Hello. So today we are going to study about a question. The question is, a ball is thrown upward from the roof of 25-meter tall building. The ball reaches a height of 45-meter above the ground after 2 seconds and hit the ground 5 seconds after being thrown. That means suppose a ball is at this point and it is thrown from upward from the roof, and after 2 seconds it is it reaches this much height, and that height is including the building height, and that height is total 45-meter. And after reaching this height it will downfall and hit the ground after 2 seconds. So after 2 seconds it will come to the ground. So they are asking, first state the function, sketch the graph. So what we will do, we know these 5 equations, these 5 physics relations of between distance, velocity and time. So giving the we are given the height, the time, and also we know when a ball is thrown downwards, we know the acceleration. So what we can use s equals ut plus half at square, because we can find initial velocity but we can't get the final velocity. Okay, so we will use s equals ut plus half at square. Okay, so but in this case height is divided into 2 parts. First is the height of the building, and second when the ball is thrown upward. So s is divided in 2 parts. First is the initial height of the building, that is 25-meter, and h is the final height, that is when the ball is thrown upward, that is including the building height also, that is 45-meter. So final minus initial is equals to ut plus half at square. Now because ball is going downwards, and for downwards our acceleration is always in the negative, minus 9.8. So and height of the building is 25. So fill all the values here and we will get h is a function of t, because obviously this h is coming when time is 2 seconds. So this is a function of t. So when h is a function of t and h naught is 25, this is the function. This is the equation basically that they are asking for. When the time is 2 seconds, what's the height? 45. And filling all the values we will get the initial velocity, and that's how when we calculate we get the initial velocity, that is u. Again fill in this kinetic equation that was like this. Filling, we will get this final equation. This final equation is the equation that they were asking for, that is state the function. And now we can write ht as y, t as x. So this is the form of the quadratic equation, that is a parabola. Now the maximum point, the maximum height it can achieve, that is 45-meter when the time is 2 seconds. So 2 comma 45, because 2 is x is the time and y is the height. So 2 comma 45 is the vertex. Vertex means the maximum point from where the parabola starts. So 2 comma 45 is the vertex. Also we can verify this, is that the vertex or not. Let's rearrange the terms in the form of parabola. So combine the x terms on one side, y terms on another side. So rearranging these terms in the form of when solving, like x minus h whole square is equals to, we have to arrange it in this form, that is x minus h whole square, that is equals to 4p y minus k. We have to arrange it in this form. That's how we are arranging. Okay, so we come to this point where h is 2, y is 1 by 20, actually minus 1 by 20, that's why it is a downward parabola. K is 45. Now because when p is less than 0, it is always a downward parabola. Here p is also, if we see, minus 1 by 20, which is less than 0, so it is a downward parabola. And the vertex is 2 h comma k, always 2 comma 45. Here also 2 is comma 45, so it's verified. So when we make the graph 2 comma 45, it is a vertex from where the graph is starting. We can put the points and we can have our graph. And the last point where it touches the ground, when it touches the ground, obviously height will become 0 and x will be 5. that is a time, that is a 5 seconds. Obviously it was showing the graph, the ground, when it's touching the ground the time is 5 seconds. Obviously when it touches the ground the height becomes 0, so this is the point. So starting from this the parabola goes like this. So next point they were asking for domain and range. Now domain is what? Domain is like the value in which the x is lying. Now x is lying between 2 to 5, okay, and the range is the smallest point from the range is starting 0, the highest point the range is coming 45, so 0 to 45, okay, and the equation we have already written. So this was our question. I hope it's clear now.